Hey folks, Ray from Rainmaker.com here. Today I'm here at Eurobike and I want to do a quick walkthrough of the awards pavilion. Now it's always been kind of something that I've made fun of in the past, and generally for good reason. The way industry awards work at these sort of events is the companies submit their products to a panel ahead of time, usually like 3 to 4 months ahead of time, and that panel then decides on what product is worth an innovation award. The catch though is that a lot of times those products aren't real. They're just like pieces of fake plastic that you may never see the end of the day or the light of day. And it's one of those things that I've kind of been critical of, because I said, you know what, this is silly. Like, you're rewarding companies for fake news. So what I want to do is walk through this year's 2018 Eurobike Awards, because I think it's finally changed. I'm seeing products that are legitimately deserving of these awards, which is really, really cool. Still, there's some things that aren't quite real yet, but I think it's kind of fun to walk through and show you what we got. First up on award, that one award here is the Stack Zero trainer. You may remember my video about this. This is the one I did in the baby's nursery. And this trainer is completely silent, and essentially your wheel goes there and it uses magnets to interact right here with the metal on your rims. And so it can move these magnets in and out, and that causes more resistance, braking power, and the entire thing is utterly silent because there is no touching of the wheel to these magnets. It's just simply air passing by. Super, super cool stuff. I totally agree these guys deserve an award for what they've done there. That's cool to see. So walking through here, there's a lot of things that aren't necessarily sports tech. So for example, you see knee pads are in here. And I mean, it's a lot of different things that are kind of all over the map. You'll have helmets as we go down to the left here and so on. So we gotta have to kind of walk through and find where those new things are. But keep on going here. We got over here, again, as you can see, some apparel. We've got whatever this situation is right there. I guess, I can't even guess as to what that is. Unfortunately, it's missing its little stand there to tell you what it is. Either we'll keep on moving up through here, and here we've got the new Sigma Rocks 12. So I reviewed this back at the beginning of June, and I would totally agree, this is absolutely deserving of an award here. Really cool to see a non-Garmin company come out with a kick-ass head unit that's full mapping, full color, full touchscreen, all that kind of goodness. So that's definitely deserving of that, super cool. Some small lights here that were missing some of the information. Walking through, we're gonna go back this way on this back side here. And we've got right here the InPower Direct Mount Road. So this is rotor is 2 InPower, but the InPower, which is a single leg version of that, the Twin Power is the one that has one on each side, and then they released this variant, which is kind of like a revamped variant of their InPower lineup. So they've used that InPower branding for a lot of different versions over the last, I'd say, 5 or so years, but this is definitely the best one they've had to date. I would say, like, this deserves, it doesn't not deserve an award, but in my opinion, like, there's nothing really that special about this compared to some of the other power meter instruments that have come on the market. So that's fine, but I'm not celebrating per se, if that makes sense. So continuing through here, we've got some e-bike stuff here, and then we have the VeloComp AeroPod. So this here is an aerodynamic sensor. I reviewed a prototype of this back a couple months ago at Sea Otter, so the April time frame. You can probably check out that video up there in the corner as well. And what this has here is the pitot tube there, and then this attaches via GoPro mount to your handlebars, and it measures the aerodynamic sensors. Now, aerodynamic properties going by. Now in this case, this too is a bit of a fake prototype here. There's no internals on this one, I happen to know that. Still, what's important in this particular case is, while this is sort of the next version that they'll have, you know, real electronics in that in the next probably 3 to 5 weeks. The actual technology on their first prototype that I tested, that looks a little bit different than this visually, is real. That to me is important, that if you're going to give a company an award for something, it should be real. So it's actually cool to see that this is real from a technology standpoint, and now they're just kind of finalizing this final version of it here that you'll see for the backers of that project, or the people that pre-ordered that unit. So there you go, just a look at the sports technology side of the Eurobike Innovation Awards. I'd say, you know, well done to the companies here, and more importantly, well done to the organizers for finally getting the right blend of products here. There's nothing that I can point out here that's like, that's stupid, that doesn't belong. So it's good to see. Obviously there's like a judging panelist thing that goes into this, and people from the industry vote on this behind the scenes while these products aren't yet announced. So it's all kind of tricky, because in some cases, you know, you have products that aren't announced that will show up on here on day one and the same day they're announced. So it's cool to see that these are all ones that have been in the market for a couple months, that have proven themselves as viable, and prove themselves, more importantly, as not fake news. With that, thanks for watching. Go and whack that like button down the bottom. Also, do not forget to check out the rest of my Eurobike videos up there in the corner. All sorts of stuff coming. For example, there's that kicker core sitting back there that we just stole from the Wahoo booth. We're going to take that and we're gonna do something special to it. So anyways, if you found this interesting, go ahead and whack that like button and have a good one.